Hi, Ace App Connect pros. Stacey Alden here to talk about 2023. So first of all, let's talk about how close 2023 is coming, knocking out on our door. We have 23 days left until 2023. So I thought that was super interesting going live on this day. Just happened to be that we have 23 days left. So my concept today to bring to you is to get excited about 2023. Myself, as along with Erin and Lee, have been sharing our thoughts on 2023. We've talked about how to continue to improve your pricing model to support your clients through this holiday time, how to consider how to tweak maybe how much you, again, charge for your sessions, maybe the offerings that you have for 2023, how you want to really change things up. And I also know that during this time, as a writer and a content creator, I'm being asked by various companies to come up with content about the trends for 2023. And I think we can get really wrapped up in this, and I know our clients definitely do, for what's like the newest fitness trend and thing that they should do in 2023. When all of us really know that it's about building habits and continuing to do the same thing over time. And like my mentor and friend, Shannon Fable, who's helped me through so much of my career, has taught me, is that consistency compounds, and helping our clients understand that it really is as simple as that. It's as simple as doing the right thing over and over again and small micro steps to the goal that's going to help you. So I think we need to apply that ourselves this year. In 2023, it's not just about what's new and what's big and what's different and what new certification we can get as professionals. It's about three things that I've come up with that I'm really going to strive to work on, that I've kind of broken down for myself in 2023. One is the people you choose to revolve yourself around in this industry, or revolve around yourself in this industry, whether it's the people you work with or the clients you work with. So we'll talk more about that in a moment. Second is the content that you're digesting, that you're taking in. What kind of content are you taking in? And then third is just the lack of complacency. We don't want to be complacent now into 2023, or really ever, when it comes to our careers, when it comes to the kind of service and product and diversity of exercises and opportunities that we're giving our clients. And again, it doesn't have to be something different. It doesn't have to be a new certification. It could just be improving yourself every day in 2023. So I think during this time, these 23 days, as you reevaluate your business, as you reevaluate and create goals for 2023, we also need to look at ourselves and how we can continue to make ourselves better as professionals, as people, and as companions in this Ace Pro Connect app, in this community. I'm seeing so many great questions lately. I think we should keep leaning on that, keep sharing the things that we're continuing to do in this industry, because we are in the thick of it. We are working together to help more people get moving. So I want to say all of that and then describe some of the things I broke down, or break down some of the things I talked about. So when it comes to the people you're working with, how can you evaluate the ones that may not be serving you? We had some questions in the app earlier this year where people were saying they had a client that they just didn't feel was serving them anymore, or they were able to serve that client even because their energy just wasn't quite there for them, or they weren't understanding the importance of them getting paid a certain amount. And those clients, you're going to help them find a home. There's a way to do that, and we're happy to help you work through that, but we support you in understanding that you need to remove those clients from your schedule. It could be in classes. You have challenges with participants in class. This year is the time to start strategizing on how you can make sure that their negativity doesn't affect the experience of others in that class, and that your job as an instructor is to help everyone recognize that everyone's important. Take a look back at all of the ramp approach information I talked about this last year. And we need to start thinking about the instructors and the leaders we work with. Are they serving you? And if they're not, how can you give them some feedback to keep working with them? And if you know the environment is not going to work, it's time to move on. Maybe that means removing yourself from that environment. Again, maybe it's something that giving feedback to that person. Maybe it's just avoiding that person altogether. So people first, they make a huge difference. And the fact that you're in this app and you're in this community means that you're already a part of something bigger than yourself and a community bigger than yourself of people who are here to support you. So you're already doing well in that area, but keep engaging in the app because that's the only way it's really going to help you. Second is the content you're absorbing. We do provide a lot of great content in this app. A lot of it's inspiring, a lot of it's educational. Definitely attend the webinars, attend all of the live streams. The biggest thing too, though, is to think about additional education. It can be, I like to put it in two categories, formal education and informal education. Formal education comes in the form of like a podcast, a book, a manual. I can not recommend enough to go back to your actual ACE manual. Sure, get another certification, but if it isn't necessarily going to help you do what you do now, maybe look back at some of the things you might have forgotten that you did and learned in the process of getting certified. So even if you've been doing it for 20 years, trust me, you're going to look back and go, oh yeah, I really should be doing that in my classes or implementing that in my classes. So I recommend that's the formal side. And then the informal side is watching yourself teach, which we're going to talk more about later, and watch yourself personal train and health coach and all the things. Second is to go to other people's experiences, get trained by another personal trainer, attend a group fitness class you've never taken for the first time so that you can feel what it's like to be a beginner. Take other classes that you really want to take so you can see and experience someone that you really love taking their class. That's informal education. You learn what you like that they do and you can enhance that and add that to your own experiences, or you can learn that what you don't necessarily like, and then you can make sure you don't do those things. So that's education. Finally, for us to not be complacent in 2023, we need to be actively improving. So after almost every class, I cannot encourage you enough to evaluate yourself. Maybe after the class is over, you sit down and answer a few questions for yourself. How did the flow of class go? Answer that answer and just kind of give yourself a plus or a minus or an A or a B, however you want to grade yourself. What are some ways you could have improved that? What about your music? What about the programming you had for a client? How did the meeting go with onboarding a new client for health coaching? Just evaluate yourself. After something's over, give yourself some time to digest and see how you can improve. And then make some steps to improving. Choose one thing. It doesn't have to be the entire session. You pick it apart every time and you hate yourself. It's about looking at something you can make a quick switch or fix on and adjust to be better the next time. It's really easy and it's important for us to do is to show up on time, to do the right thing, to be a good coach. Those are all the expectations. It is taking it a step further than that. It's continuing to look at ourselves in the mirror, to absorb what other people are doing, and to try to improve over time. They say, I think it takes 10,000 hours for someone to become a master of something, but I honestly don't believe that's true unless you put the effort in during that time. I've met a lot of instructors that I love so much, and I appreciate their consistency and their willingness to keep teaching for years and years and years. And they haven't necessarily improved in the years that they've been teaching. They do the same thing, they teach the same way, they play the same music, and that doesn't necessarily mean that they've been getting better. I hope you take those three categories. I hope you run with them in 2023. You don't look back and you hang out with us in the app and learn from other ACE pros. You learn from other questions. You learn from these videos. And let's just go into this new year with some inspiration, some excitement, and give me a thumbs up in the comments. If you watch this later, give me a thumbs up in the comments of the recap or the recording of this video so that I know you watched, that you're excited, and that you're ready for 2023.